Hi, it's me again. Okay, so yesterday, one of my friends suggested, one of my European friends that I met in when I was in junior college, um, she suggested I made a tag of 10 things that Nigerian women would do that American women wouldn't, right? So here it goes. 10 things that Nigerian women would do that American women wouldn't. All right. Number one, I have my list written down because I don't know, sometimes my thoughts just go off like to things that I shouldn't be thinking about. But right now, I'm organized. I have everything written down. So you guys, follow me on this one. When they hear me so. This one I think's with Nigerian women. And I know say get African countries we go relate to this list myself. And maybe some people myself from Western world will go relate, Abby. The things that I'm going to talk about, there are people around the world that would also relate to it. They might not be distinct only to Nigerian women / African women. Number one, cooking without complaining. We were raised to take care of the family, okay? I know it's stereotypical, but African mamas and papas no care about stereotypes, though, because that's how they were raised. They raised the female children to learn how to cook and clean the house. So number one, cooking without complaining. I'm going to use myself as an example. I enjoy cooking. Whenever it's my turn to cook, I don't get mad. I don't feel overwhelmed. I just enjoy doing it. Because growing up, I was taught. I saw my mom cook for the family without complaining. And I enjoyed doing it. There were times when she needed help that I helped her out. And I watched her do it without complaining. So right now that I'm older, it's so much fun to cook. And I love it when I cook and people eat the food. You could be my best friend if I cook and you enjoy the food, though. Okay. Number two, cleaning without complaining. So keeping the house tidy, Abby, that's one of those things that people say, okay, well, people are protesting against. Well, some women, some feminists are protesting against because some men, I don't know if it is most men, I should say most men, because that has been the mentality for so long. And one of the things that we're trying to break, right, in the society to gain equality, because some men think that they shouldn't clean the house, they shouldn't help out, but you can still help out. You're not going to be called a woman, but an African woman must learn how to clean the house. She knows it's one of the responsibilities of a woman to clean the house. But those who have very understanding husbands who can also share in the household duties, guess what? Yes, they win. Okay, second, that's cleaning, right? First one, cooking without complaining. And second, cleaning. Third, marriage. If an African woman has found the man of her dreams, guess what? There are two marriages involved. No, two weddings involved, not be marriages. So, sorry, I meant weddings. Number one, after introducing your husband to be to your family, you fix a date. Your father and your mother tell you guys to go ahead and think about a date you think would be good enough for you guys to come do your traditional wedding. That's the first wedding. Now, if you happen to be a Christian woman, guess what? You also have a white wedding. So you have two weddings, a traditional and a white wedding. I think there are Muslims too who have two weddings, traditional and somewhat white. But not all Muslims wear wedding gowns on their wedding day, right? But there are those who wear them though. So I'm not going to say Muslims don't wear wedding gowns, because there are those who wear. Okay, two weddings, right? So if you're thinking about, regardless of who you marry, your husband doesn't have to be from the same country as you or the same village or local government or community as you. So long as you're Africans and Nigerians, guess what? You gotta have two weddings. And okay, that was number three, right? Marriage, wedding. Okay. Number four, naming ceremony. In the Western world, before a child is born, the husband and the wife have already selected a name, right? When they find out the sex of the baby, they've already come up with names for the kid, right? For the baby. Guess what? In Africa, it doesn't work that way. Your child is nameless the first 7 days of his or her life. But on the 7th day, there's usually what we call the naming ceremony. And that naming ceremony, your husband must have come up with a name. Who knows? Maybe you and your husband must have talked about it and come up with a name, but nobody else would know about the name until that day. So if you're from a Muslim family like I was raised in, guess what? Your husband is going to buy a ram and invite a malam to the house. And they'll kill that ram, sacrifice it, pray over it. Pray for the child and name the child. And this happens very, very early in the morning, though, around 5 a.m. Very early in the morning, you name your child, whatever name. And then as you name your child, everybody will celebrate and you hear loud noises, loud shouts. Hey, the baby has been named. Now waiting me the name, oh. That's how it is. And that's how they named me. Funny enough, my parents told me that when I was born, guess what? My naming ceremony was celebrated twice. My dad was back in the village when I was born, so he celebrated it with a big ram in the village. And then I think when he came back, they also celebrated it at home with people who lived in our area at that time. Guess what? That's why my name is Onyeche. And Onyeche in Ibira means celebrity, mother of celebration, mother of festivities, whatever you want to call it. But yes, that's how I was named, right? Naming ceremony, 7 days after a child is born. Will I do the same thing, name my child 7 days? After the child is born? No. Right now, I already know the name of my child, a boy or a girl, depending on the one I have first. I don't know whether not because I'm married Igbo. No, not because I'm married Igbo. But my parents are Muslims, me, I'm not, so. Okay, next. The names. Guess what? You know, one thing about American women is, and I might just talk about the American culture. Kids are named randomly. People look up names on the internet, ask families about names, and there are some who look in the Bible to look for names for their babies, right? But guess what? In Africa, the circumstances surrounding the birth of that child, you know, depending on what the father was going through at that time, or the mother, or whatever is happening in the family, the child is named according to the circumstances. Yes. So if you were born, like me, I was born on Christmas Day, right? So my name is Mariam, which is mother of Jesus, Abi. Mariam, Mary, mother of Jesus. Okay, it is because I was born on Christmas Day, that's why my name is Mariam. And because my naming ceremony was celebrated twice, but I'm the only child in the family who was celebrated twice. Guess what? My name now Onyeche, mother of celebration. So people don't just name their children in Africa. You name them according to the circumstances surrounding their birth. So, like me, my oga for here, even though we don't already come up with name, they ask my mom and my mom come up with traditional name for our baby when we born our pikin. So, and that name go get a lot to do with wetin dey surround the pikin birth and my mom wisdom. See, that's how it's done. Okay, that was number 4. Number 5, I want quick. I don't want to make this thing too long. Number 5, pounded yam. Who among you people, or which of you know about pounded yam? Love pounded yam. Africans, especially Nigerians, we love pounded yam, and pounded yam we dey eat with our hand, and soup. We go dip am for soup and we go eat them. But when I wouldn't say African American, when other people from other countries, like in the Western world, in America, I might use America because America is my example, Abi. Okay, when you see us eating it, you might think that we're eating mashed potatoes, like a little bit thicker mashed potato. We're dipping it in dipping it in, what do they call them, gravy, and eating it. And you're like, what? That is so disgusting. How can you eat mashed potatoes with your hand? Oh boy, don't be mashed potato with the ito, na pounded yam and na soup. Especially when you get goat meat for inside. Oh boy, goat meat good. Okay, pounded yam, you eat it with your hand. Or any kind of finger food like tuwo, like amala, like eba. You go roll out for your hand, then come throw am for your mouth. It good. That was number 5. Number 6. I don't really talk about number 6. I talk about for the time I talk about naming ceremony and 7 days after the child is born, Abi. Okay. So might just go number 7. For America here, before somebody visits you, they must tell you say they come or call your phone. If somebody not tell you they come, if you like, go open door for them, Abi. But for Nigeria, people go just show for your house, knock for door. You go let them in, you go leave them outside though. And when you let them in, you go feed them. Now so it be for our culture. That's why whenever you have an August visitor, an uninvited guest to your house, guess what? You don't ask them what they're doing first. The first thing you do, you open the door, you welcome them in, and you embrace them. You offer them a glass of water, ask them if they're hungry. Sometimes you wouldn't even ask them if they're hungry. You just go ahead and make some food for them. You offer them some food. After eating and relaxing, then You ask them what the reason of the purpose of their visit is. But in America, no be like that. Oh, you know, if you just go somebody's house, go knock, expect they go feed you or anything. Now you buy them food. Now you give them the water. But Africa, we did different. And I love it. Okay. Which one be that? That was number 8. No, that's number 7. Okay. Number 8. When your parents born you, as the older sister, if now you be the first born and you can't get younger ones, you they obligated to help your parents raise your younger ones. So, you they hear me so? You they obligated. You be one of the people go help raise your younger ones because they tell you if you live your life anyhow, your younger ones go copy you, and if you don't live your life right, your younger ones copy you. Now you fail, oh. So you're also obligated to be a partaker in child raising your younger ones. Okay, I guess that's the right way to put it. You help raise your younger one as the older sibling. Which one is that again? This one is very important, and I think say this one is number 9. Number 9. You are obligated to take care of your parents when they are old. Growing up, your parents will tell you, I am taking care of you now, sending you to all the good schools that I can. So that when you grow up, you get a good job, you will take care of me in my old age. As Africans, we know they send our old parents, our parents or our grannies to nursing home. Oh, no. And it's different with the Western culture. With the Western culture, you know, you're so independent. Your parents don't have to live with you. Even some parents raise their kids to be independent too and not worry about them. When they are old, they'll check into, nursing homes on their own. But guess what? In Africa, no parents go to nursing home. They did not raise you with all their money and their resources to be taken to nursing home when they are old. So it is your responsibility to take care of them when they are old, right? That is it. That is it. You live together with your family. They take care of you. Your parents. You take care of your parents in their old age because they spent all their resources on you. They hold on. They took care of you when you were growing up, right? They raised you. They gave you everything that they could in the hope that when you are older, you will take care of them when they can't help themselves, when they can't take care of themselves anymore, right? And I love it. Okay, that was number 9. Number 10. Now, don't hear about child marriage before. Make I tell you about child marriage. I know say when people hear about child marriage, you say, oh, pedophilia. Oh my God, he's a pedophile for marrying a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 13-year-old. Guess what? In some part of Africa, it seems like pedophilia is legal. Oh. Where I come from in the northern country, guess what? Young girls in their adolescence, young adolescent girls, I guess that's the best way to put it. Young adolescent girls, guess what? They get thrown into marriage before they're ready. I'm talking about Muslims now, part of the Muslim culture, the Hausas, where I grew up. They marry at a very, very young age. So by the time a girl is 20, she is already a mother of 4, 5, 6, or however many kids that she has. So by the time a girl is 30, guess what? She's a grandmother. She's a grandmother. Oh. So you have girls, at the first start of their menstrual period, guess what? The parents are already looking for husbands for them. Oh, and I'm going to tell you this. It is not all the girls that are forced into marriage or given as prizes to people their parents owe, just so their debts can be forgiven, right? There are some girls, I know, I think I had friends and neighbors that I grew up with, right? When they started seeing their periods and they grew mature so fast and they weren't even 16 yet, guess what? They started pressurizing their parents to look for husbands for them. That's it. They started putting pressure on their parents to look for husbands for them. So, there you have it. Child marriage is real, even in my country. I don't like it. I want a child to be at least 18 years old to decide what she wants for herself, right? But guess what? Not every parent out there knows it. And a lot of people are deprived of education in the country. Not many people can afford it. I pray that someday soon, things change and people get educated and learn about the importance of letting your child grow to make their own decisions for themselves, especially when it comes to marriage. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I love you guys for watching. Spread the word. Tell people about me if you like. Bye.